acknowledging it, accepting that that's what's happening, right? And then making a decision to take one step, just one, one step in the direction of. Hello, Taurus. Welcome to your June soul session. I'm Princess India if you're new, and if you're family, welcome back, my friend. And what's not okay, or whatever. Hold on. Okay, wait. Okay, that's way too many cards. We ain't doing that. If you're not familiar with what my soul sessions are, they are your spirituality as well as personal development readings, in which we look at the energies that you guys may face for a given month. Sorry that I'm shuffling in your ear. For the sole purpose of giving you clarity, insight, guidance, and all that good stuff and whatnot or whatever. So let's go ahead and jump into your cards. Literally half of the deck fell out. So let's see what's going on for you guys for the month of June. Okay. Interesting. Okay. Well, that was the card at the top that came out again. All right. So the first card you guys have is the Devil in the Reverse, and that is coming out of May into June. The next card that you guys have is the Chariot in the reverse. And of course, that's Capricorn energy, as well as Cancerian energy. And for some reason, Capricorn season is important for Taurus, not this year, but last year. So what is that, like December? I'm gonna have to do research now. Yeah, I know Capricorn season is what? It's December. It doesn't come into January, does it? I think it does, like the first part of January. So isn't it like the mid of December? So that does come into this year. So it's something with that. It's something that transpired, something that happened, or something that came to light for you guys in Capricorn season. I mean, I'm a Taurus and I'm literally sitting up here thinking like, what the hell happened in December? But that's of utmost importance. However, this is really speaking to something that's within the realm of bondage and addiction. It's something that is falling in line with every single reading that I have done for June. It's something that's being carried into June. And I would assume that Capricorn season would be like a marker point for you of what it is that you guys are going to be confronting in the month of June. Because if you haven't watched any other readings, just to give you a little heads up of what's been going on in this great little Mercury retrograde in this wonderful June in 2021, not just about, every single sign I've done, when they come into June, there's always some sort of block or pause or like pump the brakes kind of energy. And that's what I'm seeing with you guys with the Chariot in the reverse. So it's not really so much something that's blocking you that's a problem. It's more or less an energy that is, affecting the entire collective, that's more or less saying it would behoove us to not move forward. In the bigger scheme of things, this is more or less, I guess you could say like demons, if you will, that everyone is dealing with, whether that's like actual literal addictions, if it's drinking, smoking, whatever. Less than stellar thought patterns, perceptions, all things that are keeping you stuck and bound to like an old way of being, right? But specifically for you guys, it's going back to Capricorn season, which would be the ending of 2020 coming into the beginning of 2021 as like, a ballpark to give you an idea. So I would assume is whatever it is you guys were struggling with or what came up at that particular time, it's revisiting it again, right? In the month of June. Now, the thing I think is beautiful about this is it's more or less the universe, kind of putting us into a position. And we have the Five of Swords in the reverse, and that's speaking to inner conflict that may be externalized into external conflict, a little bit of one-upmanship and things of the sort, my friend. It's like a fighting spirit or defensiveness. So whatever the case, the reason why there is this blockage and an inability to move forward is because there's a need for my Taurian people to come to a place of balance in the month of June And balance is the byproduct of facing or accepting this is what it is. Because of course, if we're talking about a literal addiction here, like you're not going to be able to realize like, oh, I have a drinking problem and cope with it and no longer have the drinking problem in 1 month, right? This is more or less just speaking about coming to a place of recognizing it, acknowledging it, accepting that that's what's happening, right? And how it is that that's causing unrest or a conflict or chaos in your life, whether within yourself or with other people, and electing to make the decision to do something about it. Because a consistent theme I'm seeing is like a little bit of self-denial, if you will. The next card that came out, wow, is, oh my God, what is happening with these cards? Anyway, the next card that came out is the Magician. Then we have the Lovers. We have the 5 of Cups in the reverse. And then we have the 4 of Cups in the reverse. Well, that pretty much finishes this up. Okay, here's the deal. The Lovers, of course, is Gemini energy. We're in Gemini season, BTW, and the Magician card is Aries energy. So here's the thing, my wonderful Taurians. There's a ball and chain kind of thing going on here, right? It may be a maladaptive coping mechanism, right? Whether it's, you know, like I said, the whole addiction realm, whether it's food, whether it's, you know, self-deprecation, self-sabotage, you know what I'm saying, cigarettes, alcohol, whatever the case may be. It's something that my Taurians are using as an escape or to suppress something, right? The whole premise of what this month is about is you guys facing the thing that you've been suppressing. And this is twofold, because on one side, if there's some type of addictive behavior, thought pattern, or just flat out addiction, the addiction is not the actual problem, right? It's a symptom of the deeper problem. So let's say that the problem is like drinking, right? So, you know, Taurus is waking up to a glass of wine. I do not advise day drinking. They're having a glass of wine with, you know, lunch, and they're drinking a bottle every night after work, right? Not that you just had a bad day. It's like, this is every day, right? Type of deal, okay? Now, this started when, I don't know, you got separated, hypothetically speaking, right? This is all hypothetical situation. So one was like crying every night. It was really difficult for one to get up every day, you know, to go to work. So the wine was like the coping mechanism. You did it for so long, you built a dependency to now you can't go to sleep and you can't wake up unless you drink wine, right? So it's identified that there's a drinking problem. So the issue isn't really so much of, oh, let me cut back or let me not drink. The issue is the thing that triggered it in the first place, that of which was the separation, right? So it's, I couldn't sleep, I couldn't wake up, drinking to not feel those emotions, to function. So it's less about the drinking and more about the emotions that were felt, right? So I say all of that to say that that would be a hypothetical example of what it is that you guys would be dealing with. It's a twofold kind of thing. So in a sense, with this Chariot card, it's also speaking to a situation that you guys are in, to where there is a desire to go forward, right? So whether it's like, you know, something personal in your life, buying a home, whatever, or getting another job, moving, it doesn't matter what it is. But as you guys are wanting to move forward in your life, however, for where it is that you guys are going, whatever this thing that the devil in the reverse represents, this is not something that you want to take with you, right? Because you're showing up as an inauthentic version of yourself, right? And I feel the cycle you guys are going into, right, needs this authentic version of yourself, not the day drinking self, if that makes sense, right? So it's more or less with this Lovers, there's a need to make a decision. And like I've been saying with everyone, it really falls to picking a side, right? Whatever this is going to be revealed to you one way or the other. Some of you may already know what this thing is, but the key is now is acknowledging it, realizing that one with this Magician has handed their power over to it, right? And the battle that one is fighting isn't really so much with other people or their situation or their circumstances. It may seem so, but the battle is really within oneself, right? Because if we go back to our example, if, you know, all your coworkers are like complaining, it's like, you know, they're like snoring at the desk, they're slurring when they're taking calls or whatever the case may be. And it's like, oh, these people are attacking me, but it still goes back to the fact that you're day drinking, hypothetically speaking, right? I love how I get to use day drinking. I might name this reading Day Drinking, June 2021. I think I'm going to do that. That's pretty dope. Anywho, but whatever the case, Taurus, the whole premise of this is confronting this thing and seeing how it's brought you out of alignment with yourself and making that reconciliation within oneself, right? Now, with this 5 of Cups in the reverse, this is speaking to grief. So 9 times out of 10, kind of how I use that example of there being like a separation, right? It's that deep. Like this is unresolved grief. It's sadness, it's depression, it's pain, it's feelings that are uncomfortable of something that transpired in the past, specifically in Capricorn season. You know, it's something that transpired then or came to a huge completion at that time. And it's never having really processed that, never really coping with it, never really dealing with it, never really confronting it. And it's kind of been existing right beneath the surface and, you know, with you all of this time, right? But much like I said, I can't remember if that was with Pisces or if it was with Aquarius. I can't remember what sign it was, but I was talking about like a powder keg, like when we suppress our emotions, they're not going anywhere. They're just getting pushed down. And it's like they'll grow and grow and grow until we like flash out and like have a whole breakdown and erupt into like angry outbursts and things of the sort, because one isn't expressing their emotions with someone outside of themselves. And sometimes like just speaking to someone and saying how you feel within itself is cathartic. You know what I mean? And with this 4 of Cups in the reverse, if you guys are having any sense of confusion about like not even feeling blocked externally, but literally just feeling blocked in the sense of not knowing what to do next, right? Like you may have a myriad of opportunities or feel as if you don't have any, right? Or the road may be clear, but it's just feeling as if you don't really know what to do. You don't really know what to do next, or if you can do what the next thing is, or how to even begin to get clarity on moving on to the next thing. And very similar to what I picked up on with Aries, it's almost as if there's a dark cloud, the dark cloud being emotions that one isn't acknowledging. And that energy vibration is what's throwing everything off kilter. It would be the source of why one can't think straight, why one can't project into the future, or it could simply be seeing this 5 of Cups and the 4 of Cups reverse next to each other. It could literally just be dwelling in the past, like living and reliving and ruminating over and getting pissed off about something that happened long ago. You know what I mean? And I mean, literally last year, earlier this year, or something that happened a long time ago, and there being an inability to move forward because one is still very much living in the past, right? So the whole premise of what this reading is about for June, Taurus, it's about you guys confronting this once and for all and freeing yourself from it, right? And much like what I said with Aries too, you have 2 choices this month. You have the opportunity to either repeat this cycle again, and that happens by us harboring the same thing into the future, right? This pain from the past, carrying it into the future and recreating it through self-sabotage, right? And that's how we recreate the past in the future. So you can repeat this cycle again and learn the lesson again, right? Or you can recognize what it is that's happening here and nip it in the bud. And nip it in the bud by acknowledging it, accepting that that's what's happening, right? And then making a decision to take one step, just one, one step in the direction of rectifying whatever this is, whether it's going to rehab, going to talk to a therapist, going to a personal trainer, talking to a financial planner, getting a life coach, going talk to a pastor, rabbi, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Whatever the case is, it's confronting this once and for all, right? And then allowing yourself to move forward from there so that the cycle isn't repeated, so that you're not disempowered to a memory, to a past person, to a feeling, to an emotion, to a concept. And I hope that that makes sense, Taurus. How dare you guys labor my breathing the way that Gemini did, dagnabbit son of a gun. So anywho, my wonderful Taurus, I'm going over to my network to do you guys extended. So if you're about that life, follow me on over there. The link is gonna be somewhere. It's over here, over there, somewhere like that. But follow me over there to watch your extended. We're going to finish playing out these cards, and we're going to do a pick a card to give you guys an oracle for the month. So follow me over there, my friend. If not, it's totally okay. I still love your face, and I will see you guys sooner than later, my friends.